For all things Halloween, this is Haunt-Former, and everyone, Merry Christmas Eve. Tonight's the night Santa Claus is coming to town. Or perhaps not Santa Claus. Perhaps it might be a darker, more ancient spirit. And while we've seen renditions of the Krampus, the folklorian, evil Santa, if you will, in many different art forms, movies and artwork and all of this stuff, the most popular is probably the one from the movie, the 2015 movie. And if you haven't watched it, I've done a review on the Trick or Treat Studios Krampus mask, which is a fantastic mask. Perhaps my favorite in my collection, believe it or not. But there have been others, and some of them are hit or miss. There's many different companies out there that offer Krampus masks, but today I'm going to be talking about the off-the-wall toys Krampus mask. Now, first thing right off the bat is you're going to notice that this Krampus is very, very, very different than the 2015 movie Krampus masks that you've probably seen floating around on the internet. And while I love that mask, I will give credit to this Krampus mask for going back to the roots of the character and delivering what we saw depicted in those classic Christmas cards from years and years ago. Over in Europe, they would, give each other Krampus cards, and this is the creepy creature that would be seen on those cards. Most notably, the horns, which are very long and golden. And also this really long red tongue, which was seen in the movie but not depicted in the 2015 mask. However, it is depicted here. Now, Krampus, this rendition of the Krampus character is much more animalistic, much more goat-like. You can see the ears and the back of the head are covered in this very thick black hair. It's even, difficult to see on my camera. But very dark black hair, and I will have to say I do enjoy this mask. I don't enjoy it as much as the movie Krampus mask, but I think this is a fun, creepy Christmas mask, and really you could fit this in with a lot of different costumes, but if you're going to be Krampus, you're gonna want a Santa Claus suit, especially going with this guy. So you will notice that there are some things that I'm not a huge fan of. First of all, those eyes are not very realistic. They don't, inspire a lot of fear in me just because they're not real looking eyes. They look painted on because they are. It's a mask. But I would have loved if the eyes were a little bit better. Now, I'm not going to complain too much because the company that made this, Off the Wall Toys, isn't, a mask-making company. They aren't like Trick or Treat Studios, Zagone Studios, Ghoulish Productions. They are a toy company, but decided to dabble in a Krampus mask. So more power to them. This mask is also super-duper cheap. Yeah, super-duper cheap. It's like 20 to 25 bucks online. I'm going to put a link to it in the description because you might just want to get it for next Christmas. But it's a cheap mask, and this is something that you're not going to pay a lot of money for, that you can get this on Amazon, you can get it at Walmart. This is more of a very simple, yet, I think, pretty effective Krampus mask. And while it's not perfect, and like I mentioned, the flaws and stuff with it, it's still cool. The paint could be better, the eyes could be better. There are some things that I would touch up on this, of course, but the hair's really nice. It fits very well, it's comfortable, it looks definitely like that classic Christmas card Krampus, and I definitely would have a lot of fun sporting this around the holiday season. I guess it really comes down to if you want to depict the folklorian Krampus or a Krampus from the movies, because there's a lot of different variations on the character. So again, it's really kind of pick and choose how you want to display Krampus here, but I'm such a big fan of the character, I decided to spend 20 to 25 buckaroos and get myself this off-the-wall mask. While it's not perfect, like I said, it is a fun mask, and for the price, I'm going to give this Krampus mask a 3.5 out of 5 skulls on the R.I.P. Reviews rating scale. Thank you guys so much for watching. You remember, be good for goodness sake, because Santa is coming tonight. Thank you for watching, and remember, as always, for all things Halloween, and Christmas. This is Haunt-Former.